Okay, so Toyota lost its mind, and they did so at the Tokyo Auto Show, where they have announced that they're going to come up with an all-electric, very first car for their luxury brand Lexus. And that's exciting, except for that's not what they've presented at the show. This was, and this is a concept car that's got some ridiculous tech that I've never even heard of, and I can't wait to tell you about it, including a drone butler. Yeah, that's right. It's a kind of a little tiny vehicle that follows you around and carries your luggage, and apparently lights it up from the inside, which is insane. Now, I have to say, I'm a little bit confused because I thought Toyota already has an awkward vehicle that will carry your luggage, and they had it for years. That's right. I'm not going to miss an opportunity. If I'm making a Toyota video, I will definitely slam the Prius. That's just a tradition on this channel. But back to this car now. By the way, it is a beautiful car, but I wonder why they're announcing that instead of the upcoming unveiling of the all-electric one. I wonder if they have some sort of a pressure from another manufacturer or something like that. And I can't think of one, but I'm sure it will come to me. You'll be the first ones to know. Let's go on and just give some credit where the credit is due. It is an amazing looking car. Freaking one of the sexiest car renderings I've ever seen. And it's got some cool tech. I'm going to tell you about other things, not just this drone thing that carries your stuff around. Again, I've never heard of it. It's like so futuristic. I'm surprised Tom Cruise wasn't somewhere around there hiding in the corner when they were making that video. But it is really cool, right? It's just the wrong time, all right? I don't, they're projecting this to be a 2030 release, right? So why don't you tell us about the November release that's coming up? And I do have to say that lately, Toyota and Tesla is a bit of a, Tesla's battery supplier Panasonic just made a deal with Toyota because things are not going very well in their monogamous, well, not so monogamous relationship anymore. So Toyota is going to be getting some Tesla batteries pretty soon. Now let's talk about the name. And we know that lately there hasn't been too many good electric cars coming out with good names. As a matter of fact, some are just odd. And in this case, I thought, okay, that's all right. LF30 electrified, that sounds pretty cool. But then I'm thinking like, okay, but if you guys are going to release it in 2030, electrify is not going to mean much because really everything is going to be electrified, probably including planes. So essentially, it's like advertising your Lexus cars right now and saying, "Oh, look, we have horseless carriages. You should own one. We have dealerships. Visit us, please, right now." The electrified would just be a moot point at that. So not a poorly named car right now, but it's got potential to be a poorly named car in another decade when they're going to market with this. Another cool thing that they announced the gesture controls. Now, there was no video, even pictures that they've released, but I've experienced it myself when I was playing around with a Byton car, the Frankfurt Auto Show right here. It is really cool. Let me bring you the full screen here. You can actually grab an image, right? Bring it up, make the video play, and then you can do things like, turn the volume up or turn the volume down. It is really cool. Now, speaking, by the way, of Byton, do you guys know they're a sponsor of this channel in this video? Check out the all-electric M-Byte with gesture controls and this amazing screens, actually 5 of them. And don't forget to reserve one. It takes about a minute of your time. It's coming to the US, it's coming to Europe at a very affordable price. And most importantly, the most affordable price they have is $0 to actually reserve yours. So go to the description of this video and do that. All right, and the gesture controls are really, really cool. All right, so let's talk about the other thing is that they have, and it is a posture control. Now, this is where another Lexus car, its mom, comes out and smacks it and goes like, stand up straight. At least that's what I always thought that posture control was. But apparently it's also when you distribute torque equally or not equally, depending on how the car rides throughout the wheel built-in motors in your wheels, which I think is pretty cool overall. See? Here it is how it works. It obviously stability is really good. The fact that the car is being kept horizontally and not always going left and right, it's obviously better for the ride, for the luxury ride. So there's a lot of interesting things happening, but They call it a posture control. All right, I think my mom had it copyrighted, but we'll see how it goes. Now, another thing that they have is they're calling it, and it's a thing that's gonna be happening on their roof, on their glass roof, and it's one of the things they're gonna do is a realistic star-filled sky, and this is basically they're gonna project the stars like they're real on the roof of the glass roof of this car. Now I gotta tell you, I think Chevy already beat them to it because I have a Volt and I have an exactly same feature. It's called open sunroof, and then you guys are not gonna believe how realistic the stars are. It's you should really try it if you have a chance. So there might be some competition there, is all I'm saying, for Toyota. Now they have released a video to showcase this car, and I don't know why every video needs to start about the with a family waking up and a car waiting in the garage and all that stuff. But let's talk about some specs. I don't know why we're talking about specs because they're 2030, but here they are because they're kind of silly if you ask me. So first of all, 110 kilowatt hour battery, 310 miles on WLTP, which is the European standard. I would say it's about 270, 280 EPA miles. 0 to 60, 3 points. Oh, there's that drone again. 0 to 60, 3.6 seconds, and 150 kilowatt top rate for charging. Now, by the way, I don't really know why they're bothering with all these specs, because I who knows what they're gonna do. 0 to 60 fine, but 310, which is really 270, 280 miles of range, is probably not going to be that great at all. Like 110 kilowatt hour, maybe batteries are going to be completely different then, and we're going to be measuring it in different. It's weird that they're even bothering with this. Now, another thing that I do like is they have an interior, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of like 2 business class airplane seats, where you have your own pod. As you can see, I definitely like the wheel, the steering wheel. As you can see, it kind of can go into the dashboard when the car is fully autonomous. But then see how the passenger has its own kind of a pod and its own screen, and I like that. I like the shared experience that Byton has in other cars like Honda E and so forth. But this is also pretty personalized. So I gotta tell you, I gotta give them credit there as well. They also have this thing called artificial muscle technology, where the seats will kind of mold to you. They kind of look like they were made out of hammocks, like if a hammock and one of those sports car seats that the gamers have kind of had a baby, right? But apparently they're gonna just kind of mold to your body. Artificial muscle technology. I think Japanese are not aware that we don't really, here in America, don't have that much muscle anymore. So the name's going to definitely be changed. And the last thing that I want to mention before something else is that they have the steer-by-wire technology, and it is, oh man, the car is so good looking. And it is something that that's not in the distant future, because that other cars, not just Toyota and Lexus, are going to have. And it is so that the steering wheel is not really manually connected through power steering to the wheels. It's just basically electronic wire goes there, and there are motors that are going to be rotating because I can sense some trouble. If one motor goes faulty, for example, it will. If the same people who make the door handles for the Model S make it, then for sure I expect trouble. But that's where it's going, and that's pretty cool. Now, by the way, at the Tokyo Auto Show, there were 2 other competitors to Model Y, I would say, that were released. Here's one of it. Also, doors open crazily, but at least not up. It's just kind of a suicide doors. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm actually going to tell you about it in the newsletter that we have. It's free. You can sign up for it. There's a link in the description of this video. Just because I don't have time to go one by one with every Tesla killer story. So sign up, it's free, and we're going to talk about that car this Saturday. Of course, don't forget to, you guys want to, see some behind the scenes pictures and videos? Well, follow me on Instagram. This is where I post all the stuff that you just won't get to see here on this channel. All right. What do you think? Which one of this crazy technology you actually see happening in the future and you actually would like to have? Let me know in the comment section of this video. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.